Hey everyone, Adam here, So Was Her Podcast. I have another spoiler free review of a new Amazon Prime series. That series is Dead Ringers, starring Rachel Weisz. Dead Ringers is also a 1988 movie directed by David Cronenberg, and it seems to be about the same story. I was completely unaware of that movie until So Wizard's own Joey DiCarlo told me about it. Didn't go investigating, but I was focusing on the show. So when I saw what the series was about, twin sisters, the Mantle twins, again played by Rachel Weisz, are both gynecologists, and they are just appalled by the way women are treated in the whole birthing process, the appointments, the follow-ups of the actual delivery itself. They think it's crude, they think it's barbaric, they think with all of our advancements in technology, things should be better. They're on this quest to opening their own birthing clinic where they can put people first. Well, one of the sisters wants to put people first, wants to really care about the customers. The other sister doesn't necessarily not care about them, but she's very interested in the lab side of things, and a little bit of that is played up because they're trying to get a really eccentric investor on them, and they're looking for $16 million, so it's a big ask. Hearing about all this, even what I just described, I really wasn't that interested. I am not interested in watching a show about gynecologists, or at least I didn't think I was. About 30 minutes into the first episode, about halfway through, I was hooked. It is riveting. One, I love Rachel Weisz. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's talented. She can do humor. She can do drama. This is drama, and it does have this dry, dark humor to it. And she kills it as both twins. Obviously, she looks identical to herself, but they are very distinct personalities. They can also trick people and kind of play as the other one, especially the more aggressive twin will often mimic her sister, and usually to help her sister out, at least in her own way. It's a really interesting dynamic because I'm now halfway through the third episode and I don't know if I like them. I think their mission is noble. What they're trying to set out to do is noble. They are very highly intelligent, probably genius level doctors, and something with that genius level they don't quite tick like other people do, but they're also surrounded by weird eccentric characters themselves who you like even less. And I'm not saying this is a show full of deplorables and that's why you're into it, but the question of who are these people, do I like them? If I met them, would I like them? You see them with the patients and you like them. You see them with relationships they have outside of each other that aren't about business and you like them. You see them with each other and you can tell they care about each other and that they're all in, like they give their life to save the other one. And that's all great. But at times, do they even like each other? It's this very contentious, strange kind of dynamic, and that is what really hooked me on the show. And along with that, the character part of it, now I care. Do they get their funding? Do they open the clinic? If they do, can they stay true to their original mission? Can they put patients first in care and still make money to pay back the investors? Because it is a business, it has to be profitable, and that's just the nature of our healthcare system. I'm not getting political here, don't worry. When I found out that it was based on a movie directed by David Cronenberg, it made sense. The way this is shot is masterful. I don't know if they're mimicking the way the original movie was shot. As I said, I didn't see it, but it's shot like a thriller. It's a medical drama and a personal drama at heart. I mean, the description I gave, you could instantly put it into the Shonda Rhimes universe of doctor shows. It could be a Chicago show, a 911 show, whatever is going on network TV right now. You could easily make this generic and not that interesting and a case of the week thing that slowly builds toward this larger plot. They're not doing that. Amazon is swinging for the fences with this show. It's shot, as I said, like a thriller. It looks more like a horror movie than a medical drama. And I don't mean that in a graphic way because there is a warning up front that it contains very realistic depictions of surgeries and childbirth, and things don't always go to plan. It was a little bit graphic, but I think that's important. Don't shy away from it because the brutality of it is the whole point of the twins' mission. It's also something we should all know. It's how we all got here. So the shooting, the lighting, the pacing, the framing. I mean, you're uncomfortably close to characters at times, or you're very distant from them at other times. And it's all very intentional and helps complete telling that story. I was absolutely astounded that I clicked on this thinking, like, all right, let me get through enough to do the review. And then I realized 3 hours later, I just kept rolling the next episode. It's a show I am definitely going to finish, probably in the next couple days. I really, really loved it. Dead Ringers, available now on Amazon Prime. Huge, huge shout out to Rachel Weisz, who has a storied career, a career of success, a career of talent. And she's blowing me away with her performance in this one. It's almost like a deeper level of her that I haven't seen, or at least haven't seen in a long, long time. Big thank you to the people at Amazon for still sending us these screeners. Now we got 2 in 1 week going up, so maybe we'll be getting more and more. Sorry, this cat is ridiculous today. And it's awesome because they've been great ones to recommend. It seems like we got through that lull where it was nothing but reality dating shows and they're back to producing quality. Please like and subscribe, to the bell, do all the things. We have a lot more screeners, Amazon screeners, comic reviews, unboxings. I just got a notice that something I bought 2 years ago for an unboxing is ready. My big Star Wars project is almost ready to unveil. A lot of things you love coming your way. You're not going to want to miss out. Speaking of not want to miss out, make sure you listen to So Wizard Podcast every single week, wherever you get your podcasts. No weeks off. So Wizard Podcast can also be found on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month, you get multiple monthly bonus shows, audio and video. This month, we will be recapping what we thought of Mandalorian Season 3. Now that the finale is here, we can go deep diving into that for just $3 tier on Patreon. So check us out over there. Me and Joey sit down and talk Star Wars at least once a month. We love it. SoWizardPodcast.com is your resource for reviews, recommendations, videos, merchandise, and more. We love hearing feedback, so drop us a note in the comments. Leave us something on social media. All accounts will be found after the show and in the show notes. And on a more personal note, a good friend and I have an ongoing comedy comic series. It's called Social Studies. It's the high school experience told through the prism of the 90s cartoons that we grew up on and love. We write it like a sitcom. We have a giant cast of characters. Ton of fun doing it. 10 issues available now. All of them on socialstudiescomic.com. A bunch on Comixology, a bunch on Global Comics, more being added to those other platforms as often as we can. So once again, socialstudiescomic.com. Thanks.